Hi there, welcome back. Oh, happy Sunday. It's Sunday morning. It's going to take me till noon to get this done and uploaded. So I guess I should say good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so so this is a Lenormand Grand Tableau cloth. It has the houses for each one of the cards. I have all 36 cards here. If I can't get to the bottom of what actually happened with this selection, I give up. Okay, this is gonna tell us everything. I'm thanking my guides ahead of time, thanking the forces of love and truth. Same thing, one and the same. And my intention is to have the cards line up in exactly the right order to reveal to me what actually happened with our 2024 election. What actually happened? And we will have a male and a female card come through. You know, we have the man and the woman in the deck. So the woman, of course, will be, well, you know what? No, yeah, I'm going to have to do it that way. The woman's going to be Kamala, the man will be Trump. Other players will come through. I would imagine Elon's card might land in the house of Snake or Fox. The house of Bear would be Putin. Okay? You catch my drift? I know you do. The goal house is here. The burden is here. The high level of information here. The moon reads differently than in the tarot, as well as the little tower card is different than the tarot. But that one will definitely give us information. What really happened? How did Donald John Trump get so many damn votes when he lost in 2020? Right there. Okay, here's our foreign card in the movement house. Here's our Russian card in the good fortune house, opportunistic house. Here's the man, so this is Trump, in the ship house connected to because he is in the ship house, so he is connected to these two cards, directly related. This is opening up the entire reading. Very important here. And what we have going on is Trump connected to foreign entities. If this comes out and if it's able to be proven, that is, the worst treason ever, because it's an act of war. It would be an act of war coming from Putin, coming from Russia, to interfere in our elections, like in a physical way. Now, he can do all he wants with for now, until we make new laws, but he's been trying to, remember Robert Mueller, he said that in the 2016 election, they had been interfering, or they had been influencing through social media with bots and misinformation for years, and they are continuing to do. That was in 2016, and will continue to do until somebody stops them. It's about time. Here's Kamala in the house of loss, in the house of stolen, right there. This is not going to be my card of, yeah, you gotta love it, right? This is her painful loss and the pain to her heart. But she's kind of holding it in right now, or it's under transformation, which is kind of, you don't get to the transformation until you go through the grief. But the deal is, this is also my card for servers And it's my card for, this will be our voting machine box, or house and card, right there. Okay? What landed in the house of coffin up here is the tree, and this is at an angle. These cards are going to all run together on the angle. And systems. I'm not going to read this as health. This is only looking at the election through that lens. So the tree is all of our systems, organizations of data, information. Bouquet, the house of surprise here, and loss with the mice. Thieves. The mice is our little thievery card. And here we have Kamala in that house where the election was stolen from her. And she's under that burden. And the burden and the cross, now I'm looking at this possibly as Starlink devices like the dishes, especially because it's right next to the moon. Yeah, and meanwhile, Putin, he's hiding. He's hiding like he didn't do anything, but he's the one that created it all. And in cahoots with Musk because, little Mr. Leon, Leon, Trump, gotta love it. I mean, the only way he's made me laugh in a long time is by calling Elon Leon. Anyway, diversion there, sorry. The structure of a satellite dish that can transfer data, transfer information in a sneaky way. They can be aimed in certain directions, but I still see it here as the heart of the problem is within the voting box, the voting booths that have the cards that get inserted into them. Okay, let me just get this out, because some of these placements are going to be important, some won't. The lotus flower, though, I see that as a connection to Kamala, the lilies, but it is a card of peacefulness and wisdom. When things come full circle, we will have all the wisdom. Here's the card for the for Trump. He was committed, or was in a relationship, engaging with in a committed way. Whoa, it's all right here. Via the structure, here's the tower house with the internet here, right? All the connections here. The star came right over his house, and then here's his connection and his commitment. Dang. Kamala was just cut. We don't have a spatula flippage card in this deck, but the scythe, it's that same kind of tool. It can scrape data. If I had the scythe and the a long time ago I used to get, when we were reading on like Cambridge Analytica and all that, I would get the scythe and the letter, and to me that was like odd, or the letter and the scythe, data scraping. This time it's scraping and cutting in a dangerous way from social media and the public, which a lot of the public, so I'm seeing some other issues here. To have the anchor in the house of mountain, I get the feeling here that, so definitely it's a goal and a target when we're talking the anchor card, but it's on top of our social media card, the garden parks card. And so that was the target, that was the goal. Through lies, these two cards are knighting together. So the repetitive in the House of Whip, that bam, 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 just constant Russian bots going out, or other countries as well. Doesn't just have to be Russia. This ship card is all foreign influences, but Russia's the big player. The biggest, one of the two biggest, okay? I don't know the other country, you guys tell me. I'm just here to read the cards. Whoa, it will be revealed. Whoa, okay, I like seeing that. The moon, oh my goodness. The moon reveals, the sun reveals, and it's going to reveal the structure and the entity. I think there's going to be. Let's just hope. Let's hope Kamala does what she needs to do, because she needs to take her $1 billion war chest and demand recounts as soon as all the votes are certified and cured. But I would think that voting machines would need to be seized and inspected. You know, there's only two. I think there used to be only two. Remember, wasn't it Smartmatic and what was the other one? The ones that sued Fox News, no, actually Fox Entertainment Group, and whoa, there's a lot here, and won, I think 780 or something million on one and 900 on the other. Dominion, Smartmatic and Dominion. Okay. Well, let's follow along, and I'll still connect the dots, I think, as we go. So, no, actually, first, opening up the reading, I covered with the house card being the foundation, or the house. I'm sorry, house. The house, a house, is our security, our foundation, the heart and soul of America. In the Lennies, that's the way I see it. With the stork coming in there, we're talking things that go in and out of the home. Storks fly. Storks eat snakes in nature. These two cards are knighting together. In the house of stork, we have fish, the flow. So there's a flow and a lot of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This tells me there's flippage here. There's the flow and flippage of data that was the burden for them to flip. I mean, there were cards. So this would be cards programmed by a specialist. Fox is a specialist in control with the sun, but light will be shining on it. I mean, the sun will, whatever's here will be revealed. The thief, or not the thief, the thief is more mice. The thief, which is, or something stolen, which happened from Kamala, right? But right here, the program, the scam artist, the cunning specialist who changed something to make it wrong into they can be set so that timers go off to change at a certain time when things are happening with the machine. The machine is programmed like a computer. Unless you're a computer programmer, engineer, you wouldn't know how this could happen. So I put a bunch of links from my friend, one of my viewers, who I really respect because of her background in computer science and how things work to protect with the secure socket layers and all that stuff. But anyway, she sent me some hot links because she's on Threads and follows a gal who was in it, actually, that type of work for, 50 years, I think it was. So that's in the community section if you want to go there. I just did screenshots, but if you guys want the hot links, I can put those in there too. But I'm not on Threads, so I couldn't, I didn't have time this morning to set that up and try and do that. And I really don't want to be on the Mark Zuckerberg product myself. So I have my issues with that. Anywho, protections for the public were stolen. This guy's it's fraudulently stolen, scammed, taken away, cut. Kamala was cut out of the public Kamala was cut out of the public, vote. Wow. The pathway card here, they lined up together. Wow, so there's a double dose here. This is pretty amazing. So I should focus in on this hole right here, because here she is. Trump's up there in the foreign connection, and we know what's going on there, right? He's a snake, he's a liar, he's a cheater. He had the keys. He had the dangerous keys into the situation with all of his foreign friends. He's up here on the top thinking he's got control of this big burden. He had control of the satellite dishes through Leon, I can't even get his name right. Yeah, and there's the dangerous enemy hiding in the house of snake. Danger here. Danger here. And then to have the clover card coming through, connected to the bear, the Russian card, in the book house shows hidden secrets. Hidden secrets are here with the book. In the doghouse, LOL. Okay, not really. But the way I see this is there's wisdom and a connection that's going to come full circle. I kind of think that intel agencies are on this. I kind of think foreign intel agencies are on this, honestly. It's looking that way to me. Wow. Okay, but anyway, back here. The dark side of the clouds is hanging. The confusion, the delay, the communication issues, the stress, and all that darkness. The hidden, this is another hidden card. Information, news that's hidden is hanging over Kamala, who's had the election stolen from her. But eventually the news will come out. To have this connection between the ship, rider card, stars. Okay, this brings in the connections. The stars house is the connections that will come through. The news will bring it out eventually. If Kamala exercises her choice, her free will to take on the goal, even though it's delayed, she, well, that's the thing, is very well may be that Trump gets inaugurated, gets in, and then there's other things going on behind the scenes until all this comes out, and then it's possible that he's taken out for foreign collusion, and that is major treason, because we're talking, in our Constitution, I have no idea what amendment it's in, and code section, whatever, that's treason. And like I said before, on little, Pootie's head, that is that is an opportunistic risk that he took, but that is war. That's an act of war to come after the United States voting systems in a physical way. But I think they've got Elon for that. I think they have Elon for that, and they'll just pin everything on him. That's the plan. Because look at this. Just look at this right here, you guys. Ship, foreign movement, change. Okay, getting to the understanding. This card is ruled by Jupiter. It helps us get to the understanding and how things changed. It's a card of change. So is the stork. So change, all of this right here. Foreign change to Trump. It's all right here. Even if I didn't go further, but the details are down here, though, how it happened. And one of the ways it happened was via this complicated repetitive, underhanded, sneaking, lying, cheating, detour. Snakes bring in detours of an enemy, detours coming from an enemy down to the goal, even though the goal itself might be blocked behind a curtain or a veil of secrecy. It all leads to Leon down here, the muskrat, as Becca over at the House of Lenormand calls him. So, and then this angle up here, again, we have the mountain in the snake house, right? Like I was saying before, the danger, the enemy, the detour that is hidden and secret. Who knows? It could be a Starlink satellite that's up at the top of a mountain, beamed up to just one specific satellite up in the atmosphere, out of the atmosphere, isn't it? Something like that. I don't know. I'm not the rocket man. Or one of them. But anyway, the detour of something dangerous that's hidden, and the creative connection coming from the moon is about the public. So the detour to the public was captured by somebody with a lot of money, power, and protection, or they think they're protected by their money and power. But, with the House of Bear, we're talking Russia, but we're also talking anybody who would have helped them. Whoever hides in that den. And then it's all down on top. See, here's what's screwed up. But this is showing because this reading is about the past, okay? I'm not going to try to read the future in this unless I just get some guidance that comes through. But my intention was to figure out what happened in the past. Trump is up here in a position of power. Kamala's down here with all this burden above her. And this, detour coming from dangerous places, hidden dangerous places, for people that have a lot of money, power, and protection, or power, let's just say power over the public to make it easier. That's hanging down on her. It was stolen from her. It's eating away at her. It's like ruinous for her. It's destruction for her. It's fraud against her, right? But tons and tons of stress. But it will be revealed because the fox landed in the house of Sun. The card of Sun is right here in the house of Fish. Fish is transactions. A lot of transactions, and it will be revealed. Having the whip card, that repetitive movement coming in the house of Key shows me that it will be revealed. Because we've got the rider up here, we've got the burden, we've got the, and on another level too, these two cards together could be this well, there's a lot here. The structure of of course, like I said, the satellite dishes, but also the structure of the voting system, because the road is our choice card, for all of us. We have this new love for Kamala, and how she protects children as well, right? But something went wrong. She's been abused. This is an abusive situation, but that this will be the burden. She's going to have to work it. She's up here in control of the whip that's going to have to go out. She's going to have to take that $1 billion campaign war chest she still has and demand recounts and be willing to pay for them herself if she has to. See, all the little counties and states might not have the money to pay for it, or they would refuse to spend their money to pay for it. So she would have to do that and pay for the people that they would hire to do it as well and oversee it, or maybe, I don't know. And will she do it is the thing. It's still at choice here. This says no. See, here's the problem. Of course, I mean, you guys are way ahead of me, I'm sure, because I'm busy looking at the cards. But the thing is if they admit that we were hacked, then it throws a monkey wrench into the whole voting system, and then we'll never trust it again. But we already don't trust it, and something already has happened. But what I'm here to say is we still have to, even if she never does anything, we still have to keep voting. And the only reason I'm saying this is because, and my heart breaks thinking, of anyone out in the, especially in the primaries or something, when it's warmer weather and in the heat and standing in line for hours and why would I do this and all that. It's on our souls whether or not we exercise our free will. So we always need to exercise our free will, even if it's been subverted somehow, even if our choice has been subverted somehow afterwards. So, okay. The structure, the entity, the institution, and the boundaries of the public is what really, that's really what we need to care about. And Kamala, these cards are proving it, Kamala really does care. But she's the one that's going to have to take self-responsibility to get to the bottom of, to ferret out what really happened and get that going and work it and most likely pay for it. I wouldn't be surprised if the Democratic Party, if they got behind her in it, I don't know if they would. She's up here on top. I don't know if they would, but they may. But I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't fundraise off of it. They'll certainly, if they were to go for it, they would certainly shop it, shop it with us to see if we were on board. But also, on another note, it's super, super, super easy to get online, go to the White House website. Might even be something like whitehouse.gov. I can't remember. I did it a few days ago. But anyway, because you go there and then you go to write to Biden. You can email Biden, you can email Kamala really quickly. Maybe even Tim Walz. But we could all contact him in a different way. I didn't try that. I didn't think of that one. So anyway, if I were to be trying to read the future here, I would see all of these cards on the past, present, future. In the future, it's a painful loss to Kamala's heart, but is she going to commit to doing something, or is she just going to say, oh, I just have to let it go because we need to create harmony in the electorate or in the, in the public? I mean, she conceded, but that doesn't mean that it's not legally binding. It just kind of lets things go for now. Then again, with the clover, there's an opportunity here to get into the secrets. There's a flow that can definitely improve and open the secrets that that we would love to loyally look into. I don't know. I still don't know if she'll do it. The house, which is holding the stork card, change, improvement, coming and going with the information, I'm landing in the house of letter, and the letter being in the cross. So this combo here has to do with, this is our vote card, this is our vote house, this is the house. It could be literally the house. Hopefully we'll get the house. It's, but votes are still coming in. All of the votes have not been tabulated or brought in yet. Now that's the other thing too. If the voting machines, well, here's our hack card. Here's the pathway house. I'm sorry, it's both choices, how things divert, the direction that things go. That in the system of the Lenormand, an election is the path card, the crossroads card. It represents an election. It's right next to her, right? And her loss. Cutting, diverting, hacking. This is our hacking card. I mean, what else? Besides, I can read this in another little twist. Super simple. You guys are probably way ahead of me there too. But the House of Women could be all of us women. And we got hacked. Our votes got hacked. I'm not seeing, like, if I would have had the Mountain card come through in the House of Woman or Women, I would think a lot of women just didn't show up to vote like they said they were going to, that they were lazy and they stayed home. I am not going to say that. Not at all. It's all under subterfuge and obfuscation, but it's going to be seen. It will come out. But this is Elon. The hacker of the public is Elon, that created or had the structure of the satellites that hide and are, because in the House of Snake we're talking created complications and detours. Detours here, this line up here. It may be surprising to find out how much of a system that Elon controlled. Because again, coffin, I'm not going to look at it right now as being the house of something with endings and loss. I'm going to be looking at it as the voting machines, the boxes in the voting machines in the system, in the election system. And that the burden was on that data. And the letter card to me would also be the SD cards, that go into, like here. I use these things in my, just in case I have a power outage. I've got this in a camera up here. This same kind of a card, only bigger, much bigger, would go into. You guys know if you have a camera, it holds the data. Here's the data that was hidden. The movement of data that was hidden to go to two other places. Again, flip from one to the other. From one to the other, and give the opportunity for another person to get into the White House. But the White House is also here as well. But it's been messed with. The public has been messed with by Russia, right here. Oh, okay, so I could probably sit here and break down a lot more. Actually, let me do a couple things before I close it up. Because I have, you guys, there are so many of you out there that know how to read the Lennies, and you also have taken all my lessons, so you know how to do a grand tableau. So you can add on to my thing. You know, I was responsible for shuffling the cards to get them in the right order to give us the truth. To me, that's like 50% of my job. I am never, ever going to be perfect in the delineation of the information that comes through unless I'm going to sit here for 2 hours. I cannot. I have a reading in 45 minutes, so I need to get this done and uploaded. So beat me up all you want. I mean, I've had so many cruel, comments about shit that I missed. But you know what? I got the cards laid out a certain way, and just because I wasn't focused in on, and that's the other thing too. I may get in trouble for using the word hacking. That's the thing. I mean, we are entertainment channels here as readers and psychics, but I'm a little at risk here. So please be kind. If you want to put your take on what you get from the cards, that I absolutely love. I love and appreciate it, because the more eyes on this, the better. And the cards are symbolic, so you don't really even have to know the meanings. It's all, symbols are deeply within the psyche of every human being, and that information can come through. So have at it, but just be kind is the only thing I have to say there. Okay, so with the rules with the Grand Tableau is you go for the people and read the cards around. So I think I've done that already. I've gotten Kamala and Trump. Leon down here has his satellites, but there's the there's the burden and the obfuscation going on there. He's at the bottom of this line, this foreign, cheating, lying enemy that is just, he's kind of sunk on one level. He's got a target to a goal. He's got the target and the goal, but this is also a card of ties. Anchors are always tied to something. So what is he tied to? He's tied to Trump. That came out here. Okay, I got the cards to line up right that way. Trump, obfuscating, hiding, with his target on the public. That's Trump, wants to control the public. Remember Mussolini in his last lifetime. And then ties up here to dangers and ties to Putin or other foreign adversaries right there. Okay, foreign enemies. Yeah, the key here, the important thing is that we were hacked. The key, somebody had the key to get in. If I didn't draw any more cards and I would have stopped here and here, maybe it's all right here. Foreign, stealing, surprising how much they stole, right? But also the bouquet is it definitely can have to do with recovery. So recovery of stolen information, like if I'm going with the four corners, because that's another one of the Grand Tableau techniques, but I kind of tend to like to do the brackets around the three cards, and then you literally have 12 cards that frame in the reading. So besides the keys that got in and hacked, knighting to the scythe card, right? The key, scythe together, and the key in the scythe house that cut the votes away, hacked the votes away from Kamala. That was the commitment from foreign adversaries that wanted to steal our data. And, the burden of that proof, it's on Kamala, but it's on, I'm just hoping we hold the house, and there's some people that want to help that way. I'm hoping. But I look at the house card as the body and soul. So this would be, in the context of this reading, the body and soul of America. And we're stressed out to no end. We've had a target on us, right? By the keys trying to get in to the house. Remember, all these corners link together. The keys to the house, the information, the connection, with the birds, connections, just connections, major connections to the vote. Man. And again, the cross house, remember we established that the cross card is Elon's Starlink. And then the house of the cross is holding the data. So, but not miss. Well, I would imagine that he could have servers connected. Well, of course they'd be connected to the satellite dishes, but I'm wondering if they also have like storage. I would think so. You guys, let me know if you know anything about that. But please do your research first. Don't just throw stuff out there, because every comment I'm dealing with, unless I were to just turn off the comments and have a life again, but that would mean cutting off my connection with you guys, and that would be heartbreaking. So I will not do that. I won't ever do that. But this is why I haven't gotten any sleep in the last week, or since, the night of the 5th, is because I've stayed deeply connected to you guys. And then some of you turn around and try to beat me up, or they're new people that aren't even subscribed and just want to beat me up anyway, on top of all the Trump trolls trying to tell me that God put Trump there, that God elected Trump, that God does everything. You know what? We have God in each one of us. We have the forces of light and love and truth inside of each one of us. And if we don't step up and do our thing, make our choice, then God can't do anything, can't work through us. God in the greater, universe. But man, to have the keys into the connection here, and then the tower card with the creative, foreign connection coming through here. This is pretty amazing. Yeah, and then so here's the internet card, internet and connections to data, and the ring that just goes, that circle going around and around and around. And this is Trump, he's just the guy that they got in bed with he's the useful idiot. Basically, we know that. Putin knows that. So, okay. I think it covered all that. Got that. Hidden systems, stealing, got that. Got this here. Okay, so that feels complete. So now let's, so Elon is going to suffer a painful loss that will hurt him deeply. And I'm reading on a different layer now, or on a different level, to include Elon, the muskrat. Only, you know what? I mean, I just don't want to ever put down any animal, but I don't think that's what. When Becca named him that, I don't think that's what she was doing either. But, if we want to look at rats, we've got rats here at one of the four corners, framing in the system that the rat owns that hides secret. Now, data is stored in books as well, right? The book is a card of examining things that are hidden away. And what you want to do is look at the cards around it to see what would reveal a secret. Well, the secret, we've got obstacles, hidden diverted, detoured information. Elon down here, he's the useful dog for Trump that they're going to pin everything on. And, Trump, well, they could all get away. I mean, they're, international guys. They could just go live anywhere. Elon could get his compound out of Texas and take his whole ginormous family with him. Anyway, back to what's around the house, or I'm sorry, the book. With all these secrets literally hanging over the security of our nation via the data. Hidden information right here. There's so much, and that foundation that needs to be explored. It's like when you buy a house, you think you know what you're getting into, unless you built it yourself. You don't really know how the plumbing may be underneath, like let's say if you're in California, you've got a concrete foundation. You kind of just have to hope for the best. They inspect as much as they can, but, we've got hidden things here. That's what I'm trying to get at. And there's the flow into this foundation, which will be revealed. This is interesting, that the fish knights to the fish house, fish card knights to the fish house, and it will be revealed. Also, the fish that card is about abundance and transactions. Remember Elon with Peter Thiel and, their abundance of flow of information and data scraping and all of that, and just the transactions, getting a fee, getting a little piece of the action for every transaction to transfer money back and forth, around and around, from one person to the next, to the bank, to the whatever. You know what I mean? Vern? So, okay. But there's a painful loss coming for him. Back to that. Painful loss coming for him by trying to be the underdog and the loyal, useful idiot to Trump and Putin. Putin's got two useful idiots here. Isn't it sad that a man with that much intelligence, I don't know that I'm talking about Putin. He just knows he's a master manipulator, little Mr. KGB, hiding. The poor guy no, he's not poor. He came into a situation, born into a situation where he was cornered like a rat, and he had to think fast on his. He'll do anything to survive. That's the other thing, too. These guys, I don't think they believe in reincarnation, and I think that they think this is all that they get, and so they just got to take as much as they can. Therein lies the reason they're so greedy. But we've got painful greed here, and the useful idiot, loyal idiot to Trump and Putin. And it doesn't matter how smart you are if you don't have morals, if you don't have ethics that you are bound to yourself by, if you have no integrity and it's all about money, you're going to lose. And that is the muskrat. But, that's the thing. Before we know it, he'll be at the top. He'll be the richest guy on the planet. And he'll have all that money to do whatever he needs to do with, and he'll escape, because that's usually what they do. Yeah. But, someday he'll die, and then he'll have his reckoning with the universe. So, okay, I think I'm going to stop, and I'm just going to let you guys put your take on it. But like I said, you better be kind, or I will frickin' block. Okay, I'm at my end here. I'm throwing down the line, man. And the rest of you have been so loving and kind and supportive. You're my family. Okay. Happy Sunday, you guys.